Hey guys, how are you doing today? It's Robbie here, and we are talking about the open world sniper game, Sniper Ghost Warrior 3. We're going over every single detail you need to know about this game. And yes, it is open world. We're talking about the weapons, tactics, the graphics engine, play styles, and so much more. So guys, let's dive into it.
Targets down.
So yeah, like I said beforehand, it is an open world sniper game, and yes, this game's specialty is sniping, of course, but this one looks really promising. I'm really surprised at how this franchise has really matured over time. So what can we expect from the open world of Ghost Warrior 3? Well, we can expect rural outposts, large towering cities, dense forests, and each will, of course, offer their own unique play styles. Of course, you would expect the cities to be really where you can get a good perch and sniping position, but also there will be a day and night cycle to really add even more to the gameplay. And yes, of course, it makes a lot more sense to grab your sniper perch or go in ghosting enemies at nighttime. And the game's mission structure, by the way, is completely open-ended, of course, letting you basically play the missions in any order you see fit. But yes, there is going to be a story. It's going to be more, of course, your military-centric story. The gameplay style kind of reminds me of Far Cry in many ways, but with a focus on the military aspect and sniping. And there's even some neutral factions that you can barter with in this one. They can help you on your mission if you barter with them just right. Or maybe you can find some sort of upgrade along the way. And yes, there are going to be safe houses where you can store your weapons and upgrade your character over time. As you can see here, you can adjust your gadgets, camouflage, weapon, loadout, attachments, browse your laptop to pursue wanted targets, and tackle side missions or main objectives. And there's also your own personal vehicle nearby at all times. So if you don't want to go by foot, because it is a very large open world, you don't have to do that. Except, remember, traveling on the roads is probably the most dangerous aspect in this game, simply because there's going to be armored patrols. And if you go up against an armored patrol as a sniper, you're either going to have to run or simply die. Now, it is called Sniper Ghost Warrior 3, emphasis on sniper, but there are 3 different play styles that you can undertake in this game. So I would think that would mean that there would be a lot of replay value with this one. There are sniper, ghost, and the warrior play styles. Now, every mission will recommend you these 3 paths to really cater to your playstyle. If you're the type of guy that just wants to go in and go guns a-blazing, you can find the warrior path and take that path. But if you want to take a high perch and really snipe some poor fools without being caught, that is also another playstyle that you can engage in. Now, there's also the ghost playstyle, and you'll be encouraged to get up close and personal to your target by first isolating him. Now, this is very much reminiscent of the Hitman games in many ways, where you actually lure your target out in some sort of sneaky fashion, make sure he is outside in the open and away from guards and that sort of thing, and then you could take him out. Of course, if you don't want to do that, you can make it messy, play the warrior play style. But you will have to be very careful when playing the warrior playstyle, of course, because your health does not regenerate. I'm sure that there's some sort of mechanic where you can heal yourself in this game, but going guns a-blazing is a little bit more riskier, of course, than your ghost and sniper playstyles. So just remember that before entering the fray. And the developers of Ghost Warrior 3 also mentioned that you will need a fallback plan when playing as a warrior, because things can get so hot and tense that you cannot stay in the battle. You'll have to consider, doing some sort of guerrilla warfare tactics in some situations. So it's best to have some sort of building or forested region that you can use and get away from the enemy. Now, of course, sniper rifles will be a big focus in this game, of course, simply because of the game's title, but we can expect assault rifles, submachine guns, and handguns to be at your disposal when playing this game. And bullets will have actual physics to them, so you will have to consider weapons weight and bullet drop among other things, though I don't expect it to be too hardcore. Yes, you can even hold your breath before taking that very vital shot. You're definitely going to want to go for the headshots when taking on high value targets. That moment will arise when you have to nail that shot, where the whole mission comes down to that one bullet. And there will be gadgets like your drone and tagging bullets, which will help you identify enemy targets even through walls. It's especially going to be important when identifying that high value target that's stuck up on the 10th story that you cannot get to, so you can tag the wall and somehow you can identify him by doing that. You can even use your drone buddy to hack security systems. The drone, by the way, looks really cool. I love the look of the drone, and I love the look of the vision mode in this one. You'll have this mode that helps you seek out enemy tracks, mines, and discover new sniping locations. You use this mode, by the way, to pinpoint the warrior path, ghost path, and the path of the sniper. Now, the devs did promise the game isn't going to hold your hand all the time, which I was a little bit worried, honestly, after seeing all of these, vision mode and stuff like that. But they did say that finding your target is completely up to you, that they will not just mark it. Hey, here is the target. You have a general idea of where your target might be, but you will be required to gather up a bit of intel to identify your high value target, and then you can make the kill. And yeah, you can go in and decide to go all Jack Bauer and intimidate the hell out of one of the high value target's lackeys, and in that way you can actually discover the location of your target. But what about the gunplay? It's probably one of the biggest concerns when you look at a game like this. Besides, it is a first-person shooter. There is not going to be a third-person option, but from what we can see here, the gunplay looks very solid overall, though I did notice some jittery frame rate dips on occasion during intense action because of all the explosions and stuff like that, though it's nothing really significant or anything to be worried about. And remember, this is the alpha version that we're looking at, which is most impressive for an alpha version. You can actually look at this and say, hey, this could be the final version, and it would be fine. But they do have some time to really polish it. And in fact, the game comes out January 27th, 2017. So yeah, as you can see, they do have some time to really polish down that frame rate. If you like fast-paced shooters and you're a little bit worried about the whole sniper aspect because you'll be crawling through brush, don't worry. This is going to have that warrior playstyle, definitely. But if you really do love being patient and being that sniper, if you are the guy that chooses the sniper class in games like Battlefield, this is definitely a game that I think you'll love for sure. And what about the graphics? Well, the game is running on the Crytek Engine 3, and it looks gorgeous, guys. It's going to be supporting a full weather system that's completely dynamic, as well as a day and night cycle. Again, this is going to influence your gameplay style, of course. So if you are a sniper, you'll want to wait for the sun to drop and take advantage of the shadows. But if you're the warrior path, why not go in during the day and just kill everyone in your way? So yeah, you can also do that approach as well. And one of the standout points for the graphics are the actual weapons. They look extremely detailed, especially the snipers. I'm so impressed with the graphical fidelity of Ghost Warrior 3. You can actually see how this team has matured over the years. They're ready to call themselves a AAA development team at this time. You can tell they are really pushing the graphics engine big time. So yep, January 27th, 2017 is going to be the release date for Sniper Ghost Warrior 3. It's going to be available on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Let me know what type of playstyle you guys will go for when it finally drops. Will you be the sniper, the ghost, or the warrior? In this one, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to rotate between all 3 of them, to be honest with you. I want to see what I can do during the daytime, but I really do love that this game is sniper-centric. I think that's so different for an open-world game, and I think it would be best to really go after the sniper and ghost type play styles at nighttime. And I cannot wait to see the weather system in action as well. Thanks guys so much for watching. Like this video and share it if you enjoyed it, guys. It helps me out a ton here on YouTube. And if you are new to open world games, go ahead and subscribe to stay up to date on all things Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 and more open world gaming goodness. Thanks guys again, and I will see you later.